Hi, this is an integration video for a peyote ceremony that I just did out here in Todos Santos in Baja, Mexico, with a tribe called the Miracami, or a group and a family, and they're a beautiful family that I've sat with many times now. And I wanted to just share a bit about my experience and what was going on for me and what my intention was. But it's essentially like I've been feeling, and I'm not sure where it all stems from exactly, but the last month or two almost, I've been feeling a depression within my being, within myself, and just not living in the joy that I usually have been living in. And I could just tell something energetically was wrong, or not normal anyways, not how it usually is within me. And I had this intention just to clear myself and just to clean myself. So shortly before the ceremony, I actually did a fast, and that did help. But I found that after the fast is completed, I did kind of get depressed back down again, and I really felt like I needed some medicine to help me. And so I kind of had this intention just to be freed from whatever it is that is depressing me. I'm not sure if it's the economy. I'm not sure if it was just the news or whatever, but energetically and spiritually speaking, I just felt that. And the ceremony was really powerful, and some stuff came up that I wasn't expecting. I think a lot of it stems too from the fact that me and my partner have been talking a lot about kids, and I think there's some fear around that topic, and just fear in general within us both. And I think that was also kind of getting to me. But there was a healing that I want to share that's maybe the most significant part of the ceremony. There was a healing that happened between, it's a vulnerable thing to share here, but basically my partner Rihanna, her mother wasn't there for her when she was very young. She was left essentially, then she was raised by her father for the most part. And there's a healing there that I was feeling connected to, of I know Rihanna has stuff around that's a fear related to her relationship with her mother that's kind of really deeply embodied at this point, because everything happened when she was so young, like a baby. And in this experience, her mother came up for me, and at first there was this feeling of essentially there was this feeling of I wanted, I really felt a lot of love for her mother. And then a part of me was wanting to forgive her mother. But then in the experience, I had this realization of it's not even mine to forgive. I have nothing to forgive. It's not between me and her mom. And all I could actually feel it. So it was kind of off to the side, but the directness of what I was experiencing was actually deep gratitude and love for her mom for creating Rihanna. No matter what happened or how much things weren't right about what happened when she was young, the net result is Rihanna was created, and because of that, she is who she is today. Whatever happened, she is who she is today and how she is today. And in my eyes, she's my fiance, and she's beautiful, and I love her just how the way she is. And I just with that being said, thank you for creating her, and now she's the way she is. Regardless of everything, that's the perfect girl for me, the way she is. And I was just so grateful to her mom, and I cried, and I hadn't cried in a while, and I just really cried these tears of gratitude for this healing that I was experiencing myself with my relationship to her mother, and how much I was one day I'd like to meet her, and I love her. She's part of my family now. And and I think there's a healing that's taking place in that kind of an experience for Rihanna too. I felt I'm doing my part in the healing between her and her mother, and I was able to share what I'm sharing right now with Rhi, and there's healing. It's healing to have these things with our parents. And about a week before this particular peyote ceremony, I was going through my own stuff with my own mom, these healings, these imprints that happened when I was very young. And you know, around following my bliss, following my passion, and having to fight for what I want all the time. And, you know, I was raised in a very loving, beautiful family and supported in almost in so many ways, but it's so interesting how like these little things that happened like 20 years ago sit with us, and they continue to manifest and build, and over like 20 years, 30 years later, into these beliefs and limits that we have imposed on ourselves after it's all said and done. And I just feel like what's going on for us, for myself and for me and Ree, is there's a lot of family healing, like with our moms specifically right now. And I think it's part of our journey as we step into parenthood, and these healings taking place right now is really a deep blessing, even though they're not easy to face. And that's kind of like the essence of like the really important message that came through in this ceremony. But then as well, after like this release, I also just had this, I was able to really connect with the songs and the messages. And I like to sing in peyote ceremonies, and my connection with the sun and the elements and everything just kind of cleared. I was feeling very cluttered with like, I've been studying like Christianity and like a lot more steady, like mentalization of the spirit. And I think it was really bogging me down and actually confusing me and mentalizing me. And after this ceremony, I just felt so connected back to the spirit and back to the sun and back to like the world and to my present moment joy. That's what I reconnected to, is like literally being in the joy of my own creation, like the fact that we are alive, that we have been blessed with life, like, and that gratitude for God, and just being like, thank you for my life. And like that was missing, right? I think I was searching for something outside of my present moment experience, and that had started to become my day-to-day reality, just like searching. And that's not a place I want to be. I don't want to be searching. I want to be an acknowledgement for what's being given to me. That's like the essence of gratitude. And I think I had drifted from it. And so now I'm trying to really step back into the gratitude, the joy. Like it's here now. It's not coming later. There's not some fearful thing coming later. Don't need to live in fear. And whatever I was doing was causing me to do that in part, right? So that's my integration video. It's really beautiful down here in Todos Santos. There's tons of, it's just beautiful. First of all, like I'm literally in the desert here and just sitting, I've got my harmonium playing meditation songs and just like reading my books, studying, building my business, all this good stuff. And then there's tons of ceremonial work. There's tons of like ceremonies and medicine people that are all really, really joyful, happy people that are hosting ceremonies out here. And I'm actually friends with them now. Like I've developed these relationships. One of them is this group, the Murakami, who's come down to Canada, and I helped them host on some land. And yeah, it's cool to see like, oh, I have these extremely cool connections that are extremely spiritually oriented and loving, happy people. So finally I have a friend in Todos Santos, because I was sitting in a cafe like a week before being like, I don't really have any friends here. So now I feel like I have some friends that are doing cool stuff. And yeah, so I'm excited over the next few months to be able to sit with them and pray with them and open more and just open up again in the ways that I want to, and kind of work through my contractions that have kind of built up in my body. So that's my integration video for peyote, my first peyote ceremony here in Todos Santos, Mexico, 2026. Wait, no, 2025. Yeah, it's December. So that's it.